Welcome to another episode on SportsTakeoff.com. Today we got something special for you. The new Zenith helmet just came out. It's the Xenith Shadow XR. Alrighty, there you can see as you can see right now, got a white one, slick design to it. Let you all get a good look at that. Take a quick look on the insides. So right off the back, when you look at it, the insides, I can definitely tell they're a little different than before. One thing that I see that is still the same, it still has this adjustable pad, which gives it a really tight to head fit. Other than that, the design is definitely a little sleeker, a little newer. I don't know. Gives you some type of futuristic look on it. But hey, let's get straight into the details. So I guess the one things that we'll talk about here is the technology inside of the helmet, the comfort of the helmet, and the sleek design. So one thing you should know is this helmet received a 5-star rating by the Virginia Tech football helmet rating system, and that is the highest that you could possibly get. So, when it comes to safety, this is definitely one of the top helmets that you should be looking at. This helmet was also the top rated helmet this year, which is 2020, when it comes to the NFL. So if it's good enough for some NFL guys, I guess it's good enough for me. Right now, I'm gonna just go over some details with you all, and I don't know, maybe tomorrow I'll go out and do a little field testing and let you all know how it felt on field as well. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is get this on and try to get it adjusted and adapted to my head. So one thing I can tell you immediately about this helmet is it felt a little heavy in my hands, but now that it's kind of on my head, it doesn't feel anywhere near as heavy as before. So I'll take a little time and get this adjusted, and we'll figure out the rest. All right, now that we're back, all right, got the helmet adjusted, got it on. One thing I can tell you is you still have the adaptive fit in the back. I'll show you this as it's close up, but we had this in the previous helmets before. So pretty much when you tighten the helmet here and tighten the helmet here, this little back piece, it adjusts to like fit your head and give you a more comfortable fit on the helmet. So give me a second, get this off, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So the same thing, if you look here, as these adjust here, as you pull them tighter here, this clamps down to the back of your neck, making this helmet a lot more, let's just say a lot tighter and a lot better fit on your head. And when it comes to safety of helmets, it's very important that the helmets fit right. Having the best helmet but without a good fit really does you no good. So like the little things like this, the adaptive fit really helps with the fit of the helmet, and helps keep you safe on and off the field. We hear a lot about concussions today, so safety is one of the top things you should be looking for when it comes to a helmet. So as I mentioned before, like in my hand, I wouldn't say that this is the lightest of feeling helmets, but when you put it on, you don't feel that weight, and that's actually for a reason. If you check out the design that Zenith has here, they have a weight distribution some weight distribution technology in this helmet. So like when you put it on, you don't necessarily feel the weight. It distributes the weight of the whole helmet evenly all across all of your head. Some of that design which goes into it is, as you can see, it's a little higher here than before, and it has a little slant down here. And a lot of that technology, which I'll show you as well with some other previews, is in the inside of this helmet, which gives it a light feel on top of your head. Another cool thing about this helmet is the ventilation system. As you can see here, you have the 2 vents here in the front, 2 vents here in the back, and then 2 more lower vents on the back of the helmets. Take a quick look at that. And the way that this helmet is designed, it's made so that cool air is allowed to flow into the helmet and hot air is allowed to come out. So while it's on your head, it's kind of keeping you cool, as opposed to, you know, some helmets that kind of trap the air inside. So with this ventilation system, pretty much thing that goes on, cool air comes into, hot air comes out, keeping you cooler while you're on the field. All right, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is, you can see one here, this little blue, the little blue spot inside. This is the new technology inside the helmet. This is what they're referring to when they talk about the Rheon cells. And I guess the best way that I can explain it, you know, so that everyone can kind of understand it, is these cells pretty much, they compress to absorb, you know, straight on hits, but they also have, you know, different ones that compress to take some that absorb the hits when you hit on the side. So there's 2 type of hits that you take when you're playing football. You have your straight on, which they refer to as linear hits, and you have the ones that you hit as when you get hit as you're glancing by. These are considered your rotational hits, you know, times when you get hit and your helmet is turning. So what these cells do inside, these blue cells here, there's one. There's other throughout the helmet. What they do is they compress to take on the direct hits, and then they're allowed to adjust and compress sideways to take on all of the rotational hits that you take on the field. And this is the smart technology that's in this helmet. So one thing that you should know about as well that's improved on this helmet as opposed to the previous Xenith Shadow is that this one has actually 21 different shocks in it, whereas opposed to the original Shadow had 19, and then when you go back to the X2E, this one had about 16 shocks inside. So it's a lot more absorbent of hits, pretty much keeping you safer on the field. Right now, hopefully that gives you a quick look at the new Zenith Shadow XR. But right now, hey, let's get on the field.